Today's unfortunate Chicago Bears news is presented by True Classic Tees. That's going to turn your frown upside down this holiday season. True Classic Tees, the most comfortable and best-fitting shirts for males of all sizes. We're going to get you 25% off with promo code CHAT when you go to trueclassictees.com/chat. That is trueclassictees.com/chat with True Classic Tees. All right, the news of the day. I was scripting a video. We were going to kind of get you caught up on the latest. And then Rapoport tweeted, Bears quarterback Justin Fields suffered a left shoulder dislocation, sources say, a painful injury he somehow played through on Sunday. Matt Eberflus described Fields as day-to-day. His status for Sunday is still to be determined. Well, this obviously doesn't sound good because the big rumor and speculation, ProFootballDoc did a full piece on this, and he usually has a pretty good eye for these things, but he's not doing the examinations himself. He's watching on TV. He thought this was a left AC joint sprain. Now, how much of a difference is that? It's kind of hard to say. It's a case-by-case situation, but a dislocation, even in your non-throwing shoulder, that's not good. I mean, we're going to break down whether he could play, whether he's done. We're going to get you caught up on the latest here, but let me ask you guys this first, because I think it's a legitimate question. Should the Bears shut down Justin Fields for the season? Should they just shut him down, whether he needs a surgery for not, just say, hey, you've shown us enough. We're going to get you healthy. Get ready for spring, and, next year we're going to be more of a contending team. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Should the Bears shut down Justin Fields for the season? Let me know what you guys think. I got to be honest. I'm not risking further injury. Now, if they come out and say, yeah, there's really no major risk of further injury, okay, I could see a scenario where he plays again at some point this season. I don't think he will play the next two games because you got the Jets on the road, the Packers at home, which sucks. I wanted to see him against the Packers. That was really, after they lost the other day, I was like, all right, I want them to beat the Packers, and I don't care about the rest of the games. But I think he's for sure going to miss the next two games, I would guess. And then you got the bye week, so maybe he could come back after that. But if there's any risk at all for further injury, I'm not doing it. I've seen enough from Justin Fields over the last 6 weeks or so that I'm comfortable going with him into the offseason as the franchise quarterback. The raw stats here aren't just insanely jump off the page, right? But where he was through weeks 1 through 4, he's made quite the turnaround. Almost 60% the last 6 weeks or so. He's at 63, 64%. Yeah, we've talked about the volume passing yards, but he's been efficient. QB rating up above 86, over 100 over the last 5 weeks. 13 touchdowns to 8 picks. That's a solid ratio in year 2 with limited pieces around him. He's obviously been special as a runner. Now, of course, Luke Getsy calls quarterback power when he's already beat up in a 2-minute drill and he gets freaking hurt. I mean, it's a goddamn joke, that sequence at the end of a game. But we know how dynamic he is as a runner. Obviously, moving forward, you got to find that balance with how much to run him because, yeah, you need to do that, but the passing game within the offense has to improve. And I'm not just saying with Fields, I'm saying with everything. The pieces around him, the scheme itself, the offensive line. The point is, though, Fields has proven a lot this year. Has he proven that he's going to be a 15-year starter and go to 8-time All-Pro and win 5 Super? No, he hasn't proven that. But he is taken the biggest leap by far for the second-year quarterbacks from that last draft class of, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, all those guys. He looks by far the best out of them, and he has shown me enough where it's yeah, this is the guy. He's proven a lot. If you need to shut him down, shut him down. I got no problem him resting the rest of this year and getting him ready for next year. Now, subscribe to the channel. When more updates and news and rumors come in, we're going to have you covered with the video. Hit that sub button. When we get more updates on Justin Fields, we'll have you covered. I thought about going live, but I'm going to be live tomorrow anyway for Bears Now, so if we have more information by then, we'll break it down then. So hit that sub button, turn on notifications. When news drops, we hit you with the video. Sometimes we go live. So is Fields' season over? Maybe. Before we heard this note from Rapoport, Eberflus had his press conference earlier today, called him day-to-day, but that was before the public knowledge of a dislocated shoulder. That feels significant to be. And then when you look at the rest of this season and what is a lost season at this point at 3-8, at the Jets, good defense. Packers at home, good defense. Bye week coming up. Eagles and Bills, 2 really good teams. At the Lions, against the Vikings at home. There's been all this talk of tanking, and outside of Justin Fields beating Green Bay, sure, yeah, you're never going to scoff at wins. It's a good thing if you can win some games, but this clearly sucks. Let me get that out of the way. This sucks. The Bears without Fields are going to be pretty unwatchable. I mean, I'm going to be watching. We'll be doing watch parties. Subscribe and join us. But tanking could make sense now, guys. You're 3-8. You've lost 6 one-score games. You're close-ish. You have a long way to go, but you've seen a lot from your quarterback. If further injury is possible, shut him down, play Trevor Siemian, lose a bunch of games, get a top 3 pick. I mean, that's really what we're talking about here, right? Like that makes sense. Like, yeah, the reps are valuable for Fields, but at what cost? I mean, if you don't want him to break his collarbone, you don't want it to become a fracture, and you're talking about a 4-month recovery after a surgery. Like a dislocation, if you get surgery, probably 2-3 month situation. If he just rests and let it heal on his own, 4, 6, 8 weeks, probably doesn't come back this year, but that's fine. Like I think that it's okay if he doesn't play again this year. It sucks for us as viewers, but long term, that is probably the right move, if we're being completely honest. So let me know, is it officially time to tank? And if you shut Justin Fields down for the year, that's smart, and hey, you tank in the process, and, people can't blame you for it. Type T for tank, D for don't if you want to keep trying to win, if you want to try and play Fields through this stuff. I think it might be time, guys. And that's coming from me, a guy who's not really a pro tank guy, but I think it might be time. This could be the perfect excuse you need to go ahead and tank this season. So before we get to our next note, the holidays are almost here, guys, and there's plenty of t-shirt cheer to go around thanks to True Classic. Listen, if you're looking to do some shopping for the males in your life, True Classic Tees is a great place to go. Say you got 3 or 4 different males in your life, get a 9-pack of t-shirts, less than $14 per tee, and just give 2 or 3 to some different people. Hey, your cousin, your younger brother, your dad, boom, you're good to go. You can buy in bulk there. They got the polo line. I'm rocking the polo here as well. And hey, maybe you got a little bit of a Santa gut, a little bit of a Santa body. What's cool about True Classic, they show the good parts of your body. If you're rocking the 6-pack, that's going to be known. If you got a beer gut, a little Santa gut, it's going to hide that for you. These shirts fit males very, very well. They hide the bad parts of the body. They show off the good parts. It's hip style, and hey, it's very affordable and high-quality material as well. I'm a big fan of True Classic Tees, and you should be as well. Go to trueclassictees.com/chat, plug in promo code chat to get 25% off. Check out all their gear. They've got some other menswear as well. Go check that out. And hey, I got a wife at home. She loves throwing on my True Classic Tees, perfect t-shirt to sleep in and stuff like that. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 in that sense as well. trueclassictees.com/chat, promo code chat to get 25% off. All right, here's what Matt Eberflus had to say earlier, and it was pretty frustrating, if we're being honest, but let's read it first. He says, right now it's day-to-day. We'll see where he is on Wednesday, so we've got time. We'll see where it is, and good from there. And then he was asked, could it be a longer injury, season ending? He says, we have not ruled that out at this point. We'll just see where it is on Wednesday. And then he even went further and said, Justin will tell you guys how the pain feels on Wednesday. I will say this. A straight answer would be nice. You are a 3-8 football team. The only thing your fan base cares about at this point in the media, and honestly, screw the media. For the fan base, though, the only thing this fan base cares about at this point in the season is Justin Fields. No one cares about Joe Thomas and all these other things. No offense to Joe Thomas or anyone else, but they want to know how the quarterback is feeling. That's it. That you're not making the playoffs. You're not winning. The only thing that Bears fans care about the rest of the season, the Packers game and Justin Fields. That's it. So it would be nice if we could get a straight answer. And look, there could have been ongoing testing, and there still could be, and that's fine. But this vagueness from Eberflus, it's getting annoying at this point. I get it earlier in the year. I get it when you have a guy who's a game-time decision. You don't want to tip off, what's the word. You don't want to give them a competitive advantage. You're a 3-8 football team, man. If he knew the shoulder was dislocated earlier, he should have told us that. Even if he didn't know what it meant for his status, say, Justin has a dislocated left shoulder. We don't know how severe it is. We're still doing testing. That would at least be more information. Instead, Rapoport has to drop it 4 hours later, and now we're reacting. Just tell us what's going on. You're a 3-8 team. People care about the quarterback. Please communicate to the audience. And back to the tanking side of this. Kind of a quick switch here. Look at the updated draft order. Look at where the Bears are. They're kind of lingering. 3rd pick. Tied with the Panthers record-wise. So you look at this. Now the Texans at 1-8-1. They're terrible. And the Bears beat them head-to-head. The number one pick, probably not going to happen, even if Siemian plays the rest of the year. I'd be surprised if the Texans won 2 more games. I really, really would. But the number 2 pick is very possible if Trevor Siemian plays. Behind this offensive line, with limited weapons, with a bad defense, you could lose the rest of your games. I mean, it's very possible that could be the case. So it'll be interesting. You know, I'm not rooting against Trevor Siemian. This roster's not very good right now. Let's be honest. If Fields isn't out there, he was putting up 30 points per game with this offense over the last 5 weeks. I don't think Trevor Siemian's doing that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I guess we'll have to wait and see very, very quickly. Has Justin Fields shown you enough to be a franchise quarterback, or at least enough that going into the offseason, like, you're not drafting a quarterback, you're not signing, Jimmy Garoppolo or something like that? I think the answer is yes. Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Let me know if he's shown you enough to be the guy moving forward. I think Fields is the guy. Now, has he dealt with some minor injuries the last couple of years? Yeah, but you build around him. You get the offensive line better. You get another weapon or two on the outside, and then you revamp the defense. That's it. I mean, that's where this thing needs to go. Build around Fields, start to rebuild the defense, and let's go play ball in 2023. I mean, I think that's what we're all looking forward to. You've lost a bunch of close games. This team's got to learn how to win. That'll be something they're going to have to prove next year, but I think that as far as Fields showing us he's capable enough to be the guy moving forward, at least for now, if not long term, I think that question has been answered for sure. Now, real quick, Trevor Siemian versus Joe Flacco. I mean, that's what we could be looking at, because Fields, I mean, at minimum, I bet he misses this week. We'll see how it plays out. I think he's going to miss this week, though. Robert Saleh, though, the Jets head coach, I don't know if you've been keeping tabs of this Jets situation. He was non-committal on if Zach Wilson would start at quarterback this week, which means could they go back to Joe Flacco? If you missed the whole Jets situation, Zach Wilson shit the bed against the Patriots yesterday. Only put up 3 points, went 9 for 22. And then when he was asked if he felt like he and the offense let the defense down, he said no. And then you had Jets players liking tweets about, basically going against Zach Wilson, all kinds of stuff. So if they go back to Flacco, what a doozy this could be as the Bears head up to the Meadowlands this Sunday to face the Jets. I mean, you want to talk about unwatchable? I mean, you were thinking this was Justin Fields against Zach Wilson, the battle of, first-round picks last year. This could be Trevor Siemian against Joe Flacco. Yikes. At least the Jets are 6-4. I mean, they've got something to play for here, but man, these watch parties, guys, I mean, help me out here. I'm going to need you guys to show up on Sundays because Fields is out. This is not going to be fun to watch. I mean, let's just be honest. We're just going to have to scrape our way through this season. So who wins on Sunday? Type CHI for the Bears, NYJ for the Jets. Who wins this matchup here on Sunday? CHI for the Bears or NYJ for the Jets? That'll do it. If we get more Fields updates, we will hit you guys with an update here on Chicago Bears Now. So hit that sub button. We will be live tomorrow, 3 o'clock Central Time, like we always are on Tuesdays, with the latest Chicago Bears news and rumors. So subscribe and don't miss any of that. I'm Harrison Graham signing off. We'll see you soon here on Bears Now.